We're back. You are looking at Visual Studio Code.
Download it before we kill you.
And this is where I
Take all your
actually
money.
I've been developing the bot on. And as you can see, the bot has a lot of submodules. Like,
Over 9,000.
actually, because this thing actually has a inbuilt ticker, there are 265 commands, 375 aliases, 14 command monitors, 1 event, 7 command inhibitors, and 0 database handlers. So it actually does connect to a database, just doesn't have built-in handlers. But yeah,
What
that
even?
I've been doing a
Guys, just don't even
lot
question it.
of work on this bot. So for those of you who enjoy game design, coding, and I know there's people out there because when I upload these things to YouTube, I have a lot of people who get interested by this stuff. So yeah, and this is for those of you who want to make your own bot, and this actually is available on GitHub, though I haven't currently updated for the current build, but the older build is up on the GitHub. Um, but this is built with Node.js, no JavaScript. It's run in your computer as opposed to running from like a browser. So this is an actual bot that I launched from my computer. And if we tab over to Discord itself, there's RpBot Neo where all the code is in place. And I'm going to show you some of the things that it can do and explain these things to you. So first of
These
all,
commands come with the DLC, by the way.
so there's the command menu, which tells you pretty much everything it can do. Henshin
Shut
commands,
up. I'm
writer
funny.
commands, all those special commands. There's also perk commands, because there's so many perk commands I had to put them in their own menu.
Yay.
Those are all the perk commands, and there's more to come. Well, a few more to come, not too many. I've actually enabled the experience point debugger, as you can see on the chat. But yeah, all of these are perks, and you can actually look at what the perks are, because you can add these perks to your character sheet. There's the chilled perk. One of many, 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 many perks, as you can see. There are over 80 perks. Alright, so let's see. Let's take a look at the player card, which is your player, well, sheet. Lists all your player details, your rank within the server in terms of your level and whatnot. Shows you your class. It shows you your level and your power multiplier. As you can see here, the things in the brackets are your actual active stats with your multiplier applied. Me being the administrator, of course, I have a power multiplier of 12. See, there's experience points.
Because he is OP.
Yes, I am. Because I built the damn thing. There's the HP, there's the IP,
I will find a way to exploit that.
there's the strength
Mark
system.
my words. You will rue the day. Go on, start ruining.
And of course, if you want to actually henshin into a rider normally and gain power up, you have
Say
to actually
transform.
actually,
Or say it's morphing time.
well, before you can transform, you actually have to put your driver on.
Driver on, please.
So now that my driver is on, I can actually henshin into...
Actually, you don't need to put the driver on. You can actually just say henshin. Boom.
Actually, no. I've built
That's a quick shortcut. It's pro tip from Digiminer 312.
Actually, no, because if let's say let's go with Beast, because Beast has limitations that others, for the others, because Beast cannot henshin into all the forms that the normal riders can. So Beast.
Because Beast is an idiot.
So, henshin into Common Rider Beast. We check my player card. You'll see it updating to say I am Overlord Common Rider Beast. And let's say I'm going to henshin into, actually, henshin commands. Right, so we want to henshin into, let's see here, Flame Style.
That's a lot of EXP drops.
Still listing my data card as wizard. Is there a bug in Beast that it's not actually properly updating my data card? Let's see. Because this is a work in progress after all. Did the bot crash? The bot crashed. That might explain some things.
Yeah, the RpBot crashes often.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. Things happen.
RpBot Neo doesn't do that as often, though.
Right, so I'm in Kamen Rider Beast. I should... Henshin... Let's just go right to Wise Man. Dot. Alright, we're in Wise Man. We'll go for, say, Henshin. Where is it? White. Henshin White.
White power.
So I've henshined into Wise Man. Which, as you can see, has altered my power multiplier. Because before it was at a default of 12, it's now at 17. So you've actually...
How much your power multiplier is depends on what rider you are.
Yeah, pretty much.
For example, I am Kamen Rider O's.
You have to use the new P card because I've taken the old functionality out.
And as such...
He has a level multiplier of only 3.
So?
But also
I'm a lower level than you, rub it in, huh?
But another functionality that I've added with Neo is I can actually... anyone can actually access the player card of any other player if they just want to see... you know, the other players, instead of only being able to pull up your own player card, which is a functionality that that I had originally. So there was the function, so I can actually pull up UCard on, say, I don't know.
Then what was the point of me putting in the command?
To show that you can do it as well. But I can actually do it. I could pull up, if I wanted to, Furbus's card. There's Furbus's details. So if you're curious about the player stats of someone else, you can invoke UCard. You can, of course, you can add to your specials and add perks. Obviously, I have too many perks as it is now as a big tester, but I can do something like, I don't know, Blitz, like BLITZ plus say 3. Now, if I had more perk points. Did the bot crash again?
Yes. The bot crashes a lot. That is something you'll have to get used to in life.
There we go. Debug.
Get used to it, my friend.
Could not add Blitz rank 3 to Nico LX. Agility special min 9, not met. Or I can try Iron Fist, which has a strength minimum of 1. Iron Fist. Plus, say, 5. Could not add Iron Fist rank 6 to Nico LX. Maximum perks already allotted. So I already have Iron Fist rank 5. You can actually check that with the skill card. Which shows all your skills.
Nope, I still don't have eyes.
You can see those are all of my skills. And how many perk points I have left. Yes, I have -4 perk points. As the person who built the entire system and was debugging it, I'm still a little bit buggy.
You come across some errors.
Come across some errors. I had more perks than I actually had perk points for. Eventually, I will clear the skill list. You can invoke a sex change.
How? The nerve of him. He hasn't added an attack helicopter option.
You can, let's see.
It's just male or female.
You can power down.
This will reset your rider and power and any power multipliers you have.
Yep. You can also use the me command. It's the same as a player card. It's just an alias. You can see I'm back down to 12 because 12 was my baseline. You can use reset, and that'll reset all your specials. So I'm not going to invoke that right now because it'd be a pain in the ass to reestablish all of my stuff. There are a bunch of functionalities that allow RpBot to actually do fun stuff, like this. Hey Neo, has anything you want to say?
Toriga! Bang bang shooting. That's one of our favorite ones.
Let's see. I can also invoke Rickroll. I'll let you guess what that does.
Yes.
There's advice. There's play and a YouTube URL. There's pop song, which basically clears the queue. Awesome will play something awesome, and there's a few variants of it. There's wake up. There is the general commands, like...
He invented it because I fell asleep on a live stream.
Yes. Oh wait, I completely used the wrong one.
I feel special.
As the bot crashed again. I think it's
Vengeance will be mine.
I think it actually has to do with this particular time of day because it's having trouble connecting to my database, and that database is actually being shared by 2 bots, so it's a little bit finicky at times. But we have the prayer command.
Furbus is the one true god. Show him that command.
We do have, yes, we have supplicate. Oh, I misspelled it.
You dare misspell it?
Let's see. CMD. There's a donut command. I don't know why it is that sometimes these pictures just don't want to load. That's a Discord thing. There we go, the donut command. And of course, the newest command that I added recently. The slap command. And this is another perfect example because RpBot has its own personality, and that personality involves, well, calling on our Lord and Savior Kazaraba Kota to pray for you, and he'll just randomly smack a bitch. RpBot will just randomly smack a bitch. There are a bunch of just automatic responses that RpBot will do. Like, for example, if I say, I'll be right back.
Or AFK. You could just say AFK.
Yep, those two will get things. So back is welcome back. And of course, AFK is, okay, see you soon.
Don't tell RpBot that I think he doesn't have a personality. RpBot Neo, he's cool.
Then of course you've seen through it the like a freight train comment. Any of us who've been watching the streams long enough will know the like a freight train joke. So RpBot Neo will say like a freight train periodically, and a few other things. And obviously
because he's crazy like that.
And there's more stuff in the works, as you can see. But yeah. It's a system that's in place. You can join the Discord, join the fun, and periodically I do update the GitHub, which is located... Let me see here if I can pull it up for you guys. There's the GitHub. And the GitHub. Which has the source code. And yeah, we also have a leaderboard as well, which is located here. It shows you all of our players.
I'm gonna go to bed right now. Good night.
Alrighty. The leaderboard will actually show you all of the active players and all of their relevant details. You can see how you stack up against other players. And to basically become a part of the system, all you have to do is join the Discord server. Again, the link is quite visible right there. Dang it. Stop acting up. Computer. There we go. And post into the chat. That is literally how you become a player. All you have to do is type something into the chat. Once you have joined the server and typed something, you get registered. And then can thus start spending your special points to increase your stats, spending your perk points as you gain levels, so on and so forth, henching, all that fun stuff. So, I hope you guys out there have all enjoyed this little preview of my little role-playing bot. And of course, I'm building more functionality every day. I just finished adding in all the perks, so... Again, I misspelled command. Perk command. So all of those perks that you see listed there, you can add to your character, assuming you have the perk points for it. I'm currently building out the experience point system so I can divorce it from MeBot and have more control. But yeah, any one of these perks that you see here, with the exception of this group down here, which are currently in progress, which is why they're separated off, you can add to your character. So you can add, assuming you meet the requirements, obviously. So you could add pickpocket, you could add rifleman, whatever, what have you. And of course, you've already seen how you can see the listing of all your perks. You can see the listing of your special commands and all that fun stuff. And that's about the long and the short of it. Like I said, I'm still working on adding more functionality. Right now, the next system I'm going to add is the ability, because you start off with 28 special points that you can distribute among your 7 specials. But right now, there isn't a way to add more specials. I'm currently going to be adding in special perks which will allow you to add additional specials, so you can have over your 28 maximum. There is no cap. There is no level cap, and there is no special cap. So if you wanted to, if you desired it so, when you join, you could, because of course you can always reset things. When you join, you could set your strength to 28, assuming you're willing to go through the process. Because right now, while you can add perks in any increment up to 5, because 5 is the cap on perks, all perks have 5 ranks. For example, if I were to pull up, say, the information on antitoxin, the 5 ranks of antitoxin, for example. So you know, with 79 perks times 5 levels, that's a lot of fun stuff to work with. And you can add specials right now. For example, I can't add any specials because all my stats have already been maxed out. But for example, if you wanted to add strength, special points exhausted. And so on and so forth. And I'm going to be working on a system where you can actually do that with taking special perks, so you can actually go beyond the 28 initial ones. So there's no upper limit. You can have your specials as high as you want. And I can't remember what is actually coded in the system, but I believe it's a 3-digit integer, which means that and I can always change that. It's easy enough to increase the limit, but that would mean by default the maximum that the system can handle would be 999. And if honestly we reached a point where that was an issue and people needed to have specials higher than 999 base, because remember this is your base stats before your class modifier. So as you can see, when I pull up my player card, like I've definitely got some pretty high specials. So yeah, that is the RpBot, and if you want to enjoy it, come and join us here on Discord. Let me see here. Maybe make things a little bit easier and create an instant invite. Copy. And I might as well update the Discord link as well, because why the hell not? Alrighty folks, so I will see you all in the future. Peace out.